Hi there, this is a post from a user of the Spotlight Facebook group. Wants to learn how to make a spiral shaped like a sort of fir cone here, like a Christmas, looks a bit like a Christmas tree decoration. But it's this particular spiral that they were concerned about. So this is a process that I would use to make this. So I'm just going to remove that. And I've made this sort of fir cone 2D shape like this, half a fir cone anyway. And I'm just going to I'm going to convert that into a 3D object and then use that 3D object as the basis of cutting a spiral or a number of spirals into it. So I'm just going to go Model, Sweep, and I have a swept object now, like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a NURBS curve straight down the middle of it, like that. Now what I'm concerned about, what I need to know about particularly is this rough dimension, which is 90 degrees, and also the dimension of about the fattest part, which is here about 600 mil there. Okay. So I'm just going to select those two objects and using a 3D dragger, I'm just going to rotate them up to a normal orientation so I can look at this now from the front. So taking the NURBS curve, I'm going to use the helix spiral command, which is from the 3D Power Pack. So Model, 3D Power Pack, create helix spiral. And I'm going to use that radius of 90, but I'm going to actually have it at about 45. And I'm also going to use 45 for the bottom. So it's going to be start and end with the same radius. And I'm just going to have one single turn and press OK. And there I have a radius like that. Okay, I'm going to go and draw. What I need to do is kind of create a ribbon, a spiral ribbon that is going to cut through this shape here. So I'm actually just going to draw a single line like that, and I'm going to pull it out at about 600. Let's go 700 just to be on the safe side, and press Enter. I'm going to go to a left isometric view, and you can see that if I was to take that and touch that on there, so those two objects are now touching. I'm going to select both those objects now, and I'm going to go Model, Extrude Along Path. Now, for this to work effectively and to get a proper ribbon shape, I need to lock these two profiles down so that the end point there is actually going to spiral around that object there, that helix spiral. So I'm going to press OK, and immediately that's what I get. Just go to a shaded view, and you can see that's the result. Okay, I'm going to take that object and that object, and I'm going to use the basis of this fir cone object as a way of creating a new helix spiral. So I'm going to use the analysis tool, and where these two objects collide, I'm going to get a new NURBS curve. So select that one and that one, and immediately inside that group, I've got a new NURBS curve. So I'm going to enter that group, and I'm going to turn off the outside stuff, and there is my new helix spiral. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that. I'm now just going to draw a little rectangle. Doesn't really matter where I put it, but I'll put it here anyway. And I'm just going to make it a little smaller, like something like that. And I'm going to select both those objects, and I'm going to run the Extrude Along Path command again. This time I'm just going to remove those and press OK, and that's the result. if I go to a front view, you can see I've got this new three-dimensional object. Okay, I want to repeat this a number of times in order to get this kind of nice fir cone effect. So I'm going to turn on my other objects, or so I can see them, and then I'm just going to go edit duplicate array. I'm going to have 10 of these. I'm going to not retain the original, so we're going to get 10 around 360 degrees around the next mouse click center point. I'm going to press OK, and then I'm just going to find the center of my fir cone, which is there, and immediately I've got this nice shape like that. Okay, I'm going to exit my group, and there you go. And that's essentially it. I can now remove this ribbon, and I can remove my original shape, and that is my fir cone made like that. I hope that helps.